Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today, I want to start out with being grateful for, once again, people in my life. There's a particular sense of gratitude I feel like I need to send out, and that's the gratitude for people who trust me with their feelings. That just came to me. People who trust me with sharing how they feel inside. This person in particular, hopefully you get to watch this. You know who you are. Going through some rough shit right now. Going through a lot of self-doubt, a lot of fear, a lot of, he's about my same age, so I get it, I understand. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't go through those things. I go through them a lot differently, especially since the big change of sobriety in my life, big change of trusting myself again, trusting who I am. So, yeah, grateful for that, dude. So that brings up a thing I tried to bring up yesterday and try to get a video out on it. It just didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I didn't want to project that energy out to people. So it's about being worthy, about understanding who you are as a human being. I've discovered recently that at a pretty young age, I can't remember, that I wasn't taught how to love myself, or maybe I just lost that love for myself somehow. And I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's probably my parents or whatever, right? It was definitely my brain that helped me do that. So that primitive brain, that hunter-gatherer brain that all of us men have, or maybe some women have it, I'm not sure, but it teaches us that as a man, as a hunter-gatherer that we were for thousands and thousands of years, that we need to provide something to our community, to our close ones, to even our parents. We need to provide something to them in order to receive love back from them. And it's easy to do as a man to think that every bit of your love that you receive comes on the condition that you provide something. Like I said, whether it be community, somebody close to you, even your family. I know I felt that way for a long time. Work. Here's everything that I got. Simplest little things. Here they are. Here's what I have to offer you. Here's how I'm going to receive love back, is what I'm giving you. And you lose a sense of being worthy of your own love in that process. And that's probably been one of my biggest discoveries lately, is I wasn't worthy of my own love. I didn't feel like I was anyway. I felt like, do I deserve this for myself? And I'm not talking about buying items or whatever. I'm not talking about material shit. I'm talking about, the feeling of love for myself, understanding what my accomplishments are, understanding how great I've been doing as a human being. And it's really easy to self-doubt that. Like I said, I got a buddy going through that right now, and I'm grateful he's able to share that with me. But in the process of discovering that I am worthy of my own love, I realized that I was giving my love away to maybe some of the wrong people, maybe a lot of the wrong people. I don't know. As I said at the beginning of this, we're going to talk about the heart a lot. I've learned, not 100% maybe, but I've learned how to protect my heart. And I realize how powerful my love is for myself, I've heard it my whole life. Maybe some of you have heard it for a good part of your life. You can't love anybody unless you love yourself, and that's true, man. What I thought was love for other human beings, not everybody, but a lot of people, what I was giving them was, okay, what's your condition? What are you going to give back to me? And I've realized that that's no way to love anybody, especially yourself. Because I always had that thing going on in my brain, like, hey, you need to do this in order to love yourself. You need to do that in order to love yourself. And that's not true at all, man. Except the fact that you're going to make mistakes and all those things, right? This narrator up here is always telling you what's right and what's wrong, fight or flight. You didn't provide this, you're not going to get that. And that's not true, especially to yourself, man. Love yourself, protect your heart, be careful of the energy that comes in, because sometimes it can be deceiving, sometimes it can seem like the most euphoric joy ever, and it's not. It's possibly somebody trying to take advantage of the fact that your heart is wide open all the time. So protect that. That's all I got. Love you guys.